Hey there, members of the Graveyard, and welcome back to Tristan. Outer Worlds 2. I think we were supposed to have this conversation with him before we left, because he's like, I gotta talk to you before we leave for Protectorate. And, yeah. So let's see what's up. I can spare a moment.
I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. I did not mention it before, but believe it may be necessary to avoid shocking you later. Our greatest suspect in the death of the Supreme Arbiter is the Protectorate's consul.
No. I'll move visiting Virgil onto my... Why is the Council your biggest suspect?
Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly. And he, our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses.
How close were you and Virgil exactly?
I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths, but little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt.
Okay. Sure, your co-protege can be trusted?
If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He, too, seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's
Does he need
death,
power?
and he, too, supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship.
Does he have a cool chair that he sits in? All right, I'll move visiting Virgil onto my to-do list.
Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience. I feel this shall most certainly set our investigation into motion.
I bet it will. Because that's what we're gonna go do right now. Yeah? Wait. I wanted to talk to more people.
Taking out DeVries, saving the delegates, barely escaping with our lives?
Just while we're
What a
here.
rush, huh? Hope all of it gives us leverage when we look for help closing these rifts. Reckon my being present for the dramatic rescue will gain me some clout with Auntie's choice. Just got 2 or 3 more incidents like this to win my way back in, I'd say. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it?
It's saying that we need to get a move on before we all die.
Don't suppose it could have been more subtle in its approach, huh? By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more.
Maybe you're right. We can't leave anything to chance.
I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
No problem, Inez. A lot has happened lately. I'm sure you have some thoughts.
Well, suppose that's all my suspicions of the Earth Directorate confirmed, for all to see. Just didn't think we'd find actual evidence of them cutting a deal with the Protectorate. I feel a little bad for Ibarra, though. He's taking it about as well as I expected. Whatever he hoped to find in the Matriarch's tomb?
Yeah.
Surely it weren't that. It stings less now that they didn't help Tausetti. Guess there's a big difference between thinking they didn't care and realizing that they're just as corrupt as anyone else.
The Earth Directorate had everyone fooled, even me. I'd rather not dwell on it.
Fine by me.
What do you think about the crew?
Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Who do you want to talk about? Seems
Niles.
friendly enough. if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I show you. I'll admit, though, I might be concerned by his newfound zeal for the Directorate. Think he had a good thing going making his own way. This could stifle him in the long run.
What about Tristan?
Not only is he a couple smokes short of a pack, he's also insufferable. I try, Commander, but boy, he makes it difficult. Who knows? Could be that he could change for the better if he breaks free of that Protectorate nonsense he's intoxicated with. But I won't hold my breath.
And Aza? What about that?
Oh, I got a lot of choice words that would have even Val covering her audio receptors, so I'll spare you most of them. I just hope we don't regret letting Aza on board. She ain't right in the head. She's damn near bloodthirsty. I'll keep my distance when I can, but I promise you, if I perceive even a hint of threat from her, I will deal with it.
Damn. Okay. And
Ain't often you see
Marisol?
an elder solving an equation with one hand and stabbing someone in the eye with the other. So the real question is, does she get along with me? I sure hope so.
Everyone's
I'm
afraid
keen to
of
learn about her,
Marisol.
though I reckon she's more of an abacus than an open book. Set in her ways, methodical. And law help you if you jostle her.
Cool. We'll talk later. I don't think we ever hit up Marisol either. Or Aza. Never talked to you.
I must admit to being highly vexed by this kill order situation.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good idea. It doesn't seem good for her. Do you regret killing? She's of course not.
What a ridiculous question. You think that I'm like you, but I'm no longer bound by social restraints or pedestrian things like regret. So were I even to imply I felt remorse, that I wish I'd perhaps approached this with a more logical bent and not slaughtered these loyal Dawn members, it would mean nothing.
Okay, let's talk about something else. She doesn't want to talk about anything. Okay. Niles.
Glad you stopped by. I had something I wanted to ask you. Now that we're out of pulping distance, are you sure about recruiting that Arbiter? That hammer's a fine piece of weaponry, sure enough. But how much can we trust the hand wielding it?
Well, I just know who's watching my back. Rao would be a fool to try anything with you around.
I'm flattered. But if there's any match to be made for a Directorate agent, you've just brought him onto our ship. Armed. Arbiters ain't like us. Facts matter less to them than personal judgments. Once the boulder's going, someone's getting crushed. I've seen it happen more than once.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like that. Yeah, we shouldn't judge. I mean, it's reasonable to do it. But I don't, I have no plans to let Tristan crush me, really.
All right. Just don't say I didn't warn you. I'm guessing you didn't come here to talk about Rao, though. So what's on your mind?
Let's talk more later. Just wanted to see if he has, like, any updates to, like, their quest, or any, like, request for the quest. Where's Marisol? Marisol, what the hell? Get out here. It says she's right here, but I don't see her anywhere. She's dead. Marisol has passed. Maybe she's sleeping? She's definitely in her room. Let's go check her room. I want to check out her room. Oh, she's eating. Hello, Marisol.
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear.
I couldn't just let them die.
Of course you could.
'Cause I'm a
but you
doctor.
didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts.
That's something else I wanted to discuss.
I'm not hearing a question.
You were hiding your identity on Golden Ridge a long time. Who are you really?
Oh, I am a dedicated member of the Order. Beyond that, there's really little you or anyone need to hear about. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years.
I will. Curious attitude for an Order scientician. You strove to reveal all knowledge.
Information free of context can be off-putting, confusing, dangerous even, if misjudged. I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was head intercessor. I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while.
Guess you encountered an event you couldn't influence.
To put it mildly, after the incident in question, seeking refuge seemed prudent. Dorado appealed to me because it was off the board but not completely remote. There I could lie low for a time, but observe. So I'd believed. Our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth Pissar took office. To avoid undue attention, I remained in hiding.
Okay.
Suppose you can ask.
So, you were a secret order math assassin. What'd you kill people with? Long-form division?
Another crack like that, and you might just find out.
Oh no!
Our department employed a variety of methods to obviate hindrances and threats to the Order's efforts. We were considered wardens of the grand plan, helping correct it when needed.
Aren't we all effectively wardens of the grand plan?
All of us are part of the plan. We follow the path intended for us by the architect. We should, at least. Now and then, some push back against their path, but it never ends well. Corrections can take time, even delay in the solving of the equation. That's where we came in, to get things back on track in the timeliest of manners.
All right, we'll talk more
May all
later.
our travails add to the equation.
Yes, all right. I will see you all on Paradise Island. It's hard to remember.
There, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep
Look at
this
these
cordial.
fucking glasses
The
on the
Consul
guy.
seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly.
Cool
in the
armor,
hopes
though.
that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to sentinels or the consul.
We're here to meet someone. Step aside or get hurt. That's not very doctorly. Exactly what questions does the consul have for Tristan?
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil, touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the
Yes,
consul.
more
I had not
PvP.
expected a third party.
The
but it is so much
infighting.
the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
Indeed. You know what? Someone needs to explain what's going on,
I'm
though.
somewhat embarrassed to acknowledge that, in my haste to see Virgil, I seem to have led us into a trap. Though ironically, it appears Virgil has been caught as well.
This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one
The
not
fucking
undertaken
glasses.
lightly.
Why don't you have a
Its aim
helmet?
was to draw your colleague here without
Why does Tristan have a
bloodshed,
helmet?
For I know he would not have arrived at my request.
What is the point of the whole suit of armor if you don't wear a helmet? Tristan's actually the only good arbiter. I think you'd find a way to justify your actions no matter what they were.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
Yeah, what actions does Tristan have to explain? I thought arbiters acted with impunity.
Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul,
Ew.
alongside all other arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
Surprised neither arbiter here have already judged you for trying to push them around.
This conversation is a farce, but Tristan and I are equals. I wish not to act without his agreement.
For my part, I may suspect the Consul's agents, but I do appreciate that the circumstances of their role is unique. If a fellow Protectorate citizen engages me in combat, I am within my rights to defend myself. But this Sentinel has come to me openly, under the norms of Protectorate law. From his perspective, I could almost see his point.
It's good to be understanding, but we have to do something. We can't just stand here.
What do you have in mind?
Me? I think we might be able to end this without fighting. Follow my lead.
Very well, but be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation.
The guy just can't hear us.
We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
Okay. Lie. I'm a trained scientist captured by Auntie's choice. Arbiter Rao rescued me.
You don't look like a scientist.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a soil scientist. It's not glamorous, but the Protectorate needs healthy crops.
I'm sure you've heard the rumors that our foodstuffs have been 2% less nutritious than in the past. We seek to rectify this most worrisome factoid.
I see. It would appear I misjudged
No
the
way.
situation after all. I
Wow.
must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
That's convenient. Don't suppose you'd consider working alongside this guy, Tristan?
No. My earlier reluctance to kill this Sentinel does not denote trust. There's no guarantee he wouldn't attempt to arrest us at a later point.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf.
How are we talking to
By
each other
sending out
without
these
him
agents,
hearing
he seeks to
us?
deflect suspicion from
How?
himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me?
Oh, he does
Or
hear
my
us.
fellow
Okay.
Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters. I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation.
Okay. Looks like we've got a lead after
Are
all.
you mad? Why do you intend to place yourself into what could readily be a trap? The Consul cannot be trusted, and this Sentinel is his lackey.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another.
He's a team player. Yep, sounds good.
I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace.
The
My
glasses.
sincere hope that circumstances are
Do
as
I
you
want
like,
those glasses? Are they
lest we
legendary?
be forced to meet again.
Those legendary
I shall follow
glasses?
suit, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks.
That's wild. Your face
That's
is
stunning.
so close.
He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without
Soil
you,
doctor.
circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
I got good practice making customers believe I liked them and did not want to kill them.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk
I
is
worked
worthwhile.
retail.
I appreciate
It's a
your caution, but it is quite
Understandable
unnecessary.
feeling.
My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post.
Whew. All right. Let's get moving.
Let us do just that. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
All right. To whatever that place was. Oh, wow. It's just another space station. Okay. I'm gonna investigate the shit out of this space station. I'm bringing Marisol. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop me. We actually just upgraded one of her talents that makes our shield reflect damage back. So that'll be cool to see in action.
Recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me.
Well, I'm an engineer.
Places? These security measures should not be operational.
Damn it.
And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
Or what, Tristan? What could possibly happen to us? What? Oh my god. Jeez. Almost got absolutely blasted. My lord. Teetotaler? Toxicity received. And health restored. We already do like more than half when we bump. Gotta get that medical skill up. Well, it's because we take a hit of 2 things at a time. Can I loot this? Yes. You can't loot while jumping. Gotta get just the right spot. Just right here. Thank you. For my loot. Oh, look. More loot. Thank you. What do we have here? Right, let's override it. Latest announcement. With the inception of our new line of listening post, I have heard some mutterings that this outpost no longer requires the presence of its dutiful tenders. And that we shall all soon find ourselves replaced with automated systems and sent to serve the protectorate elsewhere. Do not allow these rumors to bring about idleness. Idealness? Reading. It's always, I gotta warm it up. I gotta warm up the reading eyes and ears and mouth. Be sure to replicate the data you are tasked with managing. What is innocent today may be seditious tomorrow. Docking logs. The docking logs have been purged. Trench shotgun. You know what? An ice trench shotgun sounds pretty frickin' dope.
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops. Lift this lockdown.
Okay.
From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered.
All right, Tristan's the man with the plan. But he didn't say anything about stopping for loot.
Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
A ghost? Hopefully it's not a ghost. Prism heavy revolver.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Okay. Override facility lockdown. Let's just press keys at random and hope. Security room unsealed. Go with the Sovereign's blessing.
Lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
Don't mind me. Just pressing buttons. The lucky trait coming in clutch. I have no idea how I got here. All I know is that I got luck on my side. Does this go somewhere? It does go somewhere. Back over this way. Oh, already checked them there. Bathroom. Okay, someone left some drugs in the bathroom. Typical. Didn't mean to shoot. That scared me.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look. Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts.
Something tells me it is.
Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see...
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tristan. So we've got 240, and then another 240 over 5 seconds. Then 440 over a duration. We then have this, that is Tenzuranium poisoning. I think we're good. These two are definitely what we want to be using. I'm gonna go ahead and bet that you did trigger something on the security. And we're going to die. Too bad, I'm literally made for this. Yeah.
Be wary for anything that may be a clue to the
Build's definitely strongest against auto mechanicals. Which is good, because they fucking suck. It's no fun at all getting one-tapped by fucking Dragoons. I can attest to that. We died a lot to them earlier in the game.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small.
Didn't
and
switch. Why does that make me think that it's not well hidden? That it's just gonna be wherever. One of these walls? Aha!
There. I'm certain of movement below. Gird yourself.
You.
For it seems I was correct about another body being here.
You mind if I let's take this pulse hammer?
Passcode is limber. No. Let's try amulet. No.
Like me
Wait.
trying to solve the passwords.
Sovereign's gavel. I should remember this. Damn it.
Try ambergris.
Ambergris can't be it. That's too short for a facility like this. Wait. Oh, no.
You look
Of the
harmless.
strategies of feigning innocence I have seen, this is certainly the most pathetic. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait, I know you. Luther Okada?
The plot
What in
thickens.
blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because...
Cadet
I can.
Rao? Cadet Rao?
I knew this man when I was still a cadet. Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path.
Yeah, we've seen a
not
couple of
cause
people who get refreshed.
whatever this is.
Not
Despite
foolproof.
his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him.
Oh. Well, let's we should maybe interrogate him first.
That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An Arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible.
What exactly were you supposed to do here?
I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions.
Okay. You're in a dire situation. I think your life is more important than keeping quiet.
I don't have a choice. Do you think I like having these holes in my memory? There's nothing I can do to answer you.
What do you remember of Tristan?
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
They don't like swearing. In some ways, this guy seems as out of place as I am. Isn't that kind of weird?
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, you may be right. Whoever hired him must not have known about his addled mind. They were moving quickly,
Yeah.
desperately.
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you.
Yeah, let's let him go.
I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His
Come
serving
on,
mind matters
Tristan.
not.
You've established that Okada's a pawn in someone else's game. What would killing him serve?
My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact.
God, Tristan,
He
please.
should not be here.
Should we? Technically, we're also trespassing, aren't we?
That doesn't mean anything. An Arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some...
He's putting up an argument.
self-interest. Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is
True.
thus not afforded such a luxury.
He has betrayed your order. Damn it. I've said my piece. Spare him? I don't want to make Tristan mad, though. Sorry, Okada.
Very well. Luther Okada, you stand accused of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign, of espionage, of informational theft. For these crimes, I find you guilty of all counts. Prepare for absolution.
If I must die, I will die fighting on my feet.
Combat probably.
That's at an end with the scene. Let us see what remains on the terminal he was so interested in.
Sorry, Okada. Oh. You know what? It all worked out in the end, didn't it, Tristan? Sorry, Okada. God. Video games, am I right?
The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years.
What was it?
An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that.
Okay. I don't know why you couldn't just do this. Messages. Deletion. Private terminal. To my most esteemed sovereign, I message to inform you of the recent causality estimates of my arbiters. Casualty, causality? Damn it, I can't read. Estimates of my arbiters. In the last year of fighting, we've lost several thousand of Arcadia's finest. This doubles those lost in the first 2 years of fighting together. Each subject taken from us by the Protectorate's enemies have been revenged 100-fold. But the losses continue to mount. I know that whatever pain I feel is only a fraction of that you feel, or the losses of your people, just as I know that you most assuredly have a plan for the deliverance from our many foes. I urgently await your command, just as I have awaited it each day for the last 3 years. Supreme Arbiter Andros. Okay, consul visit. The consul has requested a meeting with me at my quarters on Praetor. Exact intent uncertain, but no doubt involves some convoluted justification for his latest stratagem. It's as if he can sense when I am both at my busiest and least interested in seeing him. The execution he broadcast of those captured exemplars was barbaric. Were these not once our siblings? Could we not have at least interrogated them, broken them, perhaps impressed a few back into Protectorate service? He is a brute, who can only see violence as the solution to every problem, but I know it would be a mistake to ignore a request such as this. Perhaps one of my pupils can handle my duties in my temporary absence. It would be a useful learning experience. So this was his boss, right? That's the emails we're reading. I had never expected it necessary to return to this location after its automation. The Sovereign has assured us that central control is perfectly safe. Yet, as we saw in Golden Ridge with the complete withdrawal of our forces some months ago, the old assumptions are so much cosmic dust. This shall be my secondary office. Scurrying about like an insect is immensely dishonorable, but if I am killed, I shudder to imagine what would become of my arbiters. Preventing this room's demolition during the retrofitting process was a prudent move. If only I could convince the Sovereign to use the same prudence when committing my arbiters. But I had best keep thoughts such as that here, where no one else knows to tread. I can only hope the tide of war changes, and soon. The protege development. My pupils progress tolerably. Latest experiment period of unsupervised leave on Bastion for a week. 37 arrests total, 6 executions. Listening devices caught Virgil saying the consul's mustache looks like a breadworm. Disappointed at his lack of tact, will need to be severely reprimanded. Should know better than to say that when it could be so easily heard. He's not the only one in need of discipline. Tristan's anger is on a tight leash. His observational acumen is impressive, but he misses details in high-stress situations. Need to be a better master of himself. Damn, we shouldn't have sided with him. Virgil, for his part, keeps steady in dire situations, but he lacks iron. There should have been at least 12 executions this week, but Virgil balked each time he was alone. Perhaps he can gain some of Tristan's mettle. Perhaps Tristan might learn some of Vigil's self-control. The two have become fast friends. I hope this does not hamper them when it comes time for one to prove himself over the other. When it comes time? All right, learned a lot.
It sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business.
We learned that we need to rein him in.
I wonder.
He's a little too quick to the
tone of her
trigger.
response
I won't
seemed
make that
relaxed.
mistake again.
But I do not believe she would have met with the consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa.
He could have just ended up here by accident. Happens to a lot of people.
It absolutely does not. I think you just have alternative luck.
I am quite lucky. And a
at least
doctor.
we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. I wish I could take more solace in Okada's death. Alas.
Yep, killing him was wrong. I hope you know that.
Wrong? As an arbiter, nothing I do is wrong, so long as
Okay.
it upholds the Protectorate way of life. And killing a traitor most certainly does.
Okay.
Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task.
You are correct.
Hopefully we'll grow ever closer
In that
to
regard.
discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer.
Can't argue with that. I think I skipped his last voice line. My bad. But, we already, I knew we were doing something out of order here. My bad. We already did that whole control point thing. So yeah, that's a big my bad. I'm surprised these didn't come popping out at us. Oh, what is this? Oh. I am not observant enough to uphold that information. Okay, well, I think we're done here. See you guys back at the control center place thing. I forgot what it was called.
I believe what we
Hey.
need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find my way in.
So you remember this place? Yeah, well, yeah. This
The
is,
terminal's
yeah.
locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode.
It's this thing. Something rumbles in the floor nearby. Up here, this has unlocked something.
Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked.
Yes. Wires and mechanical doodads commingle. Commingle? Beneath the device's surface. Best leave it to Tristan. Tristan,
I think this may unlock
Get
the
'em.
terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine.
okay. I will access the machine in question. Or do I do... Oh, you want me to... Oh, okay. Wait. You want me to do what now? What machine? Huh? Tristan! What is it you want me to do?
You must
Oh,
finish
I see.
getting through that terminal. The elevator's been summoned from below.
Oh, God.
Someone's coming up. Hurry.
Oh, God. Play on-set recording. Oh.
Consul Thoreau,
video message.
I'm sure you're surprised
A YouTube
to be
short.
receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
Interesting. Casualty report. Supreme Arbiter, it is my regret to inform you that over the course of the last week we've lost another 2 cadres worth of Arbiters in the fighting on Cloister. Their unit was ambushed by a large number of Order troops en route to resupplying those holding the Archive. And though they are eliminated 10 for each of their own feld, they were eventually overwhelmed by Order firepower. We shall doubtless still prevail on Cloister. I shall see to that until my dying breath. Though we have lost many more than expected, the Sovereign shall deliver us from this icy wasteland and crush our enemies forthwith. Okay. Oh. This is from Tristan. I met with another Arbiter today. After the conclusion of your wake, I didn't glean her name. I cannot say whether she volunteered it. She was one of an extensive line of well-wishers, of condolences of those seeking comfort to give and to take. As the two of us conferred, she spoke of a handful of junior arbiters she has been mentoring, and asked if I had any advice. I told her, see which of your recruits has the best knack for maintaining their weapons. Excellence in the most basic of tasks begets excellence in all else. She thanked me for my insight, but I realized shortly thereafter that it was not my insight, it was yours. All I know and am, I learned from you and Virgil. Presented a stable base from which I could be the best I could be. With you gone and Virgil distant, it is, for the first time in my life, difficult to see what the future might bring. May the Architect grant us both peace. Aw.
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot.
I'm sorry. That must have been hard to see.
Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions. My mentor hated the Consul and was deeply devoted to the Sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the Consul into a trap.
Those unable to accept the truth do often invent their own.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense.
It's obvious she was killed before she could send it. There's no elaborate play here.
It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that?
I do. And whatever comes through is gonna get blasted.
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Not a junior arbiter.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
Didn't realize the Consul had arbiters in his pocket too.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying?
Uh-oh.
I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Likes of him.
Enough. This has been an unpleasant day, and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort.
Those are a lot of accusations. Let's all calm down and discuss this.
There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're
Tristan?
so mistaken.
Tristan, can't you see she's just following her duty like you are?
That question would have been easier prior to our traveling together. I've spared others at your behest, after all. I shall speak plainly. I would rather...
He's getting worked up.
As her devotion to justice seems to match my own. But duty dictates I answer her accusations earnestly. As I have not done wrong, her accusations are slander, and therefore must be punished.
Uh-oh. Anything you could say to help here? Marisol, help!
Murder is bad, except when it's good. Don't murder the bad kind of way.
There's no
Good.
point in trying to bring your logic to bear. This is a decision I must make myself.
Tristan. You and I know each other pretty well. I can tell you don't believe what you're saying.
I have been taught to uphold justice by any means necessary.
Tristan.
The junior arbiter is wrongfully accusing me, which stands in the way of my upholding justice.
Tristan.
Her accusations are grave enough to be answered with violence. But I understand why she is making them. And her perspective, though skewed, should not merit death.
Thank God.
I don't like thinking thus. It toes the line of traitorism. But the alternative is the judgment of one I believe to be innocent. Such
So
an
what do
action
we do, Tristan?
cannot transpire.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to
The
no
words.
avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against
You
the
got words on
Protectorate
your
are all that
lady.
matters.
Huh. Tristan spared a sentinel bent on arresting him. Does that seem like a traitor to you?
He was simply doing his duty, just as you or I must every day. Killing him would have been wrong, even though attempting to arrest me was a criminal act.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own
It
sense
says
of justice.
Tristan.
And I have.
This
Use
little
your
name card on
mind.
his head.
Think about what I did, what you intend to do.
Sorry.
Is this moral?
Sorry.
Is this right?
Seems pretty obvious that you've made a mistake with all of this. Time to back off.
No. It's clear that you're trying to turn me against our leaders, and I shall die before I allow that to happen.
Blast. I'd hoped we'd be able to avoid this. Very well. Junior Arbiter Mayhall, I accuse you of slandering a senior arbiter.
Well, we
and
tried.
threatening
We don't have
violence
anything to
against his
stop people
person.
from being stupid.
I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
Prepare for absolution.
You went through the trouble to stay my hand, yet you still seek to judge
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Then you shall meet my judgment after all.
Oh God. Oh no. I had the wrong gadget.
I am proud to fight. I despise suffering.
Good Lord. I died twice to this because there was just turrets on the wall. All right. Everyone relax. Oh my god, please. It keeps respawning. Oh my god. Excuse me? Why am I about to die again? What a nightmare. Oh my god.
That's that. I had hoped that altercation could be solved without bloodshed. Killing a fellow
We
Arbiter
tried.
brings me no joy.
Honestly, we
I'd
tried.
say you didn't hope hard enough then. You had a choice, even if you were too hull-headed to see
Marisol, shut
This
up.
was an unusual situation.
Try not to beat yourself up. May Hall will set on her path.
Yes, you're right. And she was wholly out of line. I can't allow circumstances to affect my will. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired.
All right. Then we better go find Virgil.
Agreed. I'm not sure of his whereabouts since last we encountered him. I'll send him a message. With luck, we'll hear from him before long.
Yes, with luck. Heavy quotations around the luck. That's all the loot you had on her? What the? That's the loot? No upgrade kit? No nothing? Man, at least I got a level up. Science! Power of science compels everybody. Okay, and then what are we doing here? All right, we're taking Commando, because there's really nothing else that I want to take at the moment. The only problem is, will I have perk points left once I hit 20 and stuff? Right? That's a problem for another time. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for this episode of Outer Worlds 2. And as always, I greatly appreciate your viewership and hope you've enjoyed your time watching this episode. Oh, we've had to make some tough choices. Well, not really. We didn't really have choices because I don't have anything that gives me more choices. So we kind of just have to let things unfurl as their, I guess, default outcomes without too much influence. I guess maybe there were some opportunities to find the additional information that sometimes can give you the ability to sway the conversations, but they're not always available. And yeah, the way it happens is the way it happens. That's part of the reason why these games are cool. So I hope tomorrow when you wake up, you don't have to deal with fighting tooth and claw against the organization that you swore yourself to, and that everyone wants to arrest you, and then you are actually doing what's right, and then you have to keep asserting yourself, and it just goes on and on and on. And honestly, that just sounds like a headache. So yeah, I hope you don't have to deal with that tomorrow when you wake up. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have a good day after that, and a good day after that, and a good day after that. And we will catch you on the next one. Good luck out there.